Hi guys, so a final thing on the knowledge panel type of setup, and this is going to help you more than for just your knowledge panel, but often you're told by Wikidata, Wikipedia, and everyone else, you're not noteworthy enough, you're not in the news, you're not credible, you're not seen as a trusted source. And how can you go about rectifying that? Not only just to help your knowledge graph, but it can also help you with social media verification. It can help you link building and SEO wise. It can build your brand. So there's so many aspects to doing good PR. Now, what do I mean by good PR? Now, obviously the Google Knowledge Panel looks at strong sources of PR, which is going to help you be seen as more noteworthy. So I'm going to talk to you a bit about that, but I want to talk to you a bit about some of the press release services that are out there. Now, everyone thinks when you say PR, it's going to be 5 or 10 grand a month, and you can see from this particular package in front of me, that's not the case. And it's the same with a couple of other PR gigs that you can get out there, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. Now, back when I was trying to get the Wikidata and everything else, and people are saying you're not noteworthy enough, you're not in the press enough, you don't have anything, I stupidly went out and started doing some PR. Now, I put some stories out there. I went to a press release syndication network called Sizing back in August and put my story out there to the newswires, paid £1,026. That was just to release the story. I had already paid someone else to create the story for me and write the story in a newsworthy type fashion. Now, £1,000 might not seem like a lot. It's probably not a lot, and it's probably a great service. However, I was kicking myself after that. Further down the line, I started coming across packages like this. Magic PR, for example. And if we look at their pricing, you can get packages for as low as $99, but you can go as high as $16,699, which is about £550 in the UK. Now, what you'll also see for that platinum package is they also submit to Sizing, which cost me $1,000 just to do that one part alone. So Magic PR, just by that one little tick there, is $1,000 cost price to me. Now, what these guys are also doing for that $699 is syndicating your article. They're writing the article first and foremost, 700 words. They are putting it out to the Google News sites, 75 of them. They're syndicating it to 400 other websites. They're putting it out to Sizing, which can get picked up by a whole bunch of websites, Yahoo News, Yahoo Finance, Market Watch, blah, 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 blah. They can add in contextual links, images, iframes, and so on. Now, let me tell you one other thing. It actually cost me $195 or £195 to add one photo to a news release on Sizing alone. So is Magic PR value for money? 100%. Now, a lot of people look at these and go, I'm not paying $699 for this, because they don't really understand what they're getting. Now, of course, you're going to be put out to Google News websites, you're going to be put out to all this other stuff, but that Sizing thing alone is worth $1,000 to me. So magicpr.com is an amazing place to get some PR. And as I say, you can start off for $99. You're not going to get the Sizing thing for $99 because there's just not enough budget to do that. But you can get out to 15 Google News websites and get 300 other guaranteed syndications there. Now, PR typically would cost you thousands of pounds per month. Now, the owner of Magic PR and some of the other stuff I have actually went into great detail with. I've done some podcasts with some of the guys and dug a bit deeper into why. So one of my questions was, why the hell does Magic PR get Sizing at a massively reduced price from me just going direct. That's not right. But the volume of stuff that they're sending there means that they get a significant discount. That's why you sometimes should just outsource that part of the work, because it's cheaper and more effective. And these guys are doing this stuff all day, every day. Who's to say me sending a press release out is going to get the uptake that it should? I'm not a press release guy, so that's why sometimes it's better to outsource that stuff. And Magic PR is a great place to do that. And getting that PR out there gets you articles out there. Now, if I go to put out Craig Campbell SEO and I click news, you'll be able to see I've got quite a lot of news coverage, the Daily Mail, and a whole bunch of other stuff, Newswire, Yahoo, whatever. If I just put in Craig Campbell, you'll be able to see Daily Mail, finance brokerage, and so on. So you'll be able to see that getting these PR gigs does get you some credibility and some noteworthy. Now, Magic PR is one side of the mix there. I have also used a guy called Randy Rodet, who you can find on Legit under legit.com, 38 Digital Market. And again, these guys can release your websites to a whole bunch of websites. They write the articles for you. With Randy, I basically say, go away and write something interesting about me, make me sound good. And he can take the creativity and the stress away from me trying to come up with ideas and sort it out for me. The same goes for the likes of Nick Lee, who's also on Legit. Very similar to Randy. They probably have massively different inventory, but again, massive value for money. And basically what Nick's is saying here is get your business on major news websites in 24 to 48 hours. Now, being in these news websites allows Google, it allows Wikipedia, it allows the knowledge panel and everything else to see you as a trusted authority if you're on these high profile websites. So PR is massively important. Now, I'm going to go in depth into PR and some of the other stuff you can do for PR and all the SEO benefits in another section within the course. But here is some beginners tips and places to buy that PR where it's going to give you a head start and get you that noteworthiness. That is essentially what you want to do. The key part here is not to be self-promotional. Do not try and sell your services through PR. Try and make it look like people are writing about you as the king, basically, of what you do. That is the key. No one wants to see a sales pitch on a news website. It has to be newsworthy. You want it to stick. Think outside the box. Be creative with it. These guys can sort all of that out for you as well. So that is a couple of places you can go to for some low-cost PR. Now, also on the flip side of that, you could probably upsell these services to clients. People are charging thousands for PR, and the actual cost is fairly low. Get a white label service going on. Get these guys to do the work and sell it to your clients as well. So just another opportunity there on a little bit of PR, which I'll go into later on in the course. But for knowledge panels, buy your knowledge panel if you can. If you can't be bothered doing everything else, get listed in all those good entities. Join the dots for Google. Make sure that you'll interlink everything together. Add your schema. Get some PR. And you won't be far away from having that knowledge panel. I've done it, so you can too. I've sat resting on my laurels on the knowledge panel and not taken action until probably around about the middle of 2020. Made a whole bunch of mistakes along the way, and it's cost me a lot of time and a lot of effort. And I've basically condensed that into these bunch of videos, which should allow you to not make those same mistakes and just go and get it done and get you from A to B a hell of a lot quicker than it actually took me. So I'll see you in the next section of the course. Hope you enjoyed that, and if there's anything you think I've missed out on here, feel free to shoot me a message. I am always open to adding other things as we go, and I will be adding other things as we go to the course anyway. So I'll see you in the next section.